Hey there, Jed Coburn is here with the Exercise Physiology Show. We're talking about the physiology of the mind, physiology of the body, the physiology of the spirit. Today's episode is about low testosterone, and I got 9 ways that will help you and to increase that testosterone. Ready for it? All right, here, let's.
Before starting any exercise program, always get cleared by a primary care doctor.
So, before we get into that, Super Bowl was yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I am just not all about the Super Bowl. It's good, it's fun. The Vikings weren't in it, so it was still okay. But before we get really into the low T, I want to tell you this short story. Really excited about this short story. Good morning. This comes from you, or to you, live from Periscope. If you're watching the recording of this video, I appreciate you being here, and anything that I can do to help, I am always willing. So this short story is called the triple filter test. So this story talks about Socrates back in Greek life, right? I'm going to refer to Socrates as an old wise man, right? I'm going to say a wise man. A wise man was known to have a great amount of wisdom back in the day, and one of his acquaintances came up to him and said, "Hey, you know what I just heard about your friend?" And the wise man said, "Do you know?" He goes, "I'm going to take you through my triple filter test." And the guy's like, "Okay." So he said, "Do you know this information that you're about to tell me? Do you know if it's 100% true?" And the man said, "No, I don't. I just actually heard it." He said, "Okay, so it's not true. It's not 100% true, so it's not true." "No." He said, "Okay, so let's go with the second filter." So the second filter, he asks the question, the wise man asks the acquaintance a question saying, "Does this information you have say it to be good? Like, is it good information?" And the guy was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, well, there's still room to pass the third test of the triple filter test." And he said, "Okay." So he said, "Okay, so the third test of the triple filter test is it helpful? Is it helpful information?" And the man said, "No, it's not." So the old wise man said, "Okay, so let's break this down to the triple filter test. It is not true information, it's not good information, and it's not helpful information. So if it's not all three of those, why even say it at all?" Whoa, right? Use a filter before you talk. Just a little bit, right? Like, work on that. I thought that was a pretty good short story. I probably didn't tell it exactly right, but hey, the author of it, I have no idea, but I read a lot of short stories and I like them because they impact me in a way, so I figured I'd share that with you. But low testosterone, low T. I got this question from Kathy Gardner. She asked this a long time ago, and I thought I did this on a show before, but this is actually episode 102, and I thought I did it in like the 50s, but I didn't. So there are 9 ways, and to me, they might be obvious. To you, they might be obvious, but to some, they're not. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, the way to lower, actually it'd be higher testosterone, would be to lose weight, okay? You want to lose weight, duh, right? I shouldn't say duh, because you never know. So be like, oh yeah. If you have excess weight, if you have excess fat on your body is not efficient at producing much of anything, right? Your circulation is low, you have a lot of plaque, you have a lot of stuff, right? You have a lot of probably cholesterol sitting in your bloodstream, so you gotta lose weight, okay? Number 2 is HIIT training, high intensity interval training. Now, high intensity doesn't mean you gotta go until you hurt yourself. It means just high intensity. It means get out of breath, go really hard in a short amount of time. Contrary to like long cardio bouts, like 20 to 30 minutes on a treadmill, that can actually lower your testosterone, because over time your body just kind of gets used to it and there's more damage being done, right? So if you're going 40-50 minutes on a treadmill, you're lowering your testosterone. You got to go high and low, because your body completely is confused, and it's good. It's a good thing. Number 3 is eat more zinc, okay? 3 foods that are high in zinc are oysters, meat, and let's see, would be a good one. Nuts, right? Right, mixed nuts would be a good one. Number 4 is strength training. Okay, strength training is, especially for males. I mean, this is kind of geared towards males anyway, the testosterone part. But strength training increases testosterone because you're breaking down the muscle tissue, and what helps aid in recovery faster. Strength training. It's like a torch. It's like a torch in a wildfire when you start strength training. Okay? Number 5 is optimize or get more vitamin D. Vitamin D helps so many things. Mood. But the biggest thing would be circulation. Like I said, at number 1 is you help lose weight and your body becomes more efficient. So you're going to lose weight, you're going to get some vitamin D, and your circulation's going to go up, and your body's going to be more efficient. Okay? The next one, number 6, is reduce stress. Okay? You want to reduce stress as much as possible. Having a high stressful life, having high stress increases your cortisol levels. You have a way of packing on the fat, and that's what cortisol does, is it just has you hold on to the weight. Cortisol sends your body in a tailspin of low metabolism, high cholesterol. It's reduce stress by, how do you do that? You could do meditation, you could do exercise, you can do, just find some relaxing things, deep breathing. Yeah. Number 7 is limit your sugar intake, or just cut your sugar intake completely. 40 grams of sugar per day is what you should be having maximum. Okay, give that a shot, right? Number 8 is eat healthy fats. Healthy fats like omega-3 fatty acids. You can do nuts again, right? Dual purpose there, but nuts are very good for healthy fats. You could do hummus as healthy fats. You can eat fat to lose weight. Oh my gosh, I said it, right? But that's a big deal. Number 9, last and not least, is eat more branch amino acids. Wow, okay, people, we are not figuring this out for the ambulance, huh? This is crazy, that'll happen. is what happens when you're in the car doing this. There you go, Long Lake Fire Department. Eat more. They're called BCAAs, branch chain amino acids. Basically, it's from whey protein. Okay? Eat more protein, eat more whey protein, and that will increase your testosterone. So 9 ways to increase testosterone, or I think the insurance companies or the doctors call it low T. Okay? There it is, right? I mean, some pretty good information, I would say, and that's what I do is right, I share my knowledge, I share my expertise, my education, my experience, and then there's just so much stuff from the internet, because you can Google it all, but how do you know the difference, right? You got to find a good filter, triple filter test, right? So there it is. Today's show is brought to you by YGT Fitness. Check it out at jedkobernis.com/YGT Fitness and find a community that supports and loves you for you. Okay? That's a big deal to me. Is coming in right where you are at. We're not going to change much right away because you have to work within your comfort zone, and that's what YGT Fitness does, is it meets you where you're at. If you want to get on my newsletter, right? Head to jedkobernis.com/newsletter. Get on that. I send you daily tips, hints, and tricks to get healthy and stay that way. That's for free, right? That's a big deal. It's a massive amount of value. Share my experiences and talk with you. I'd love to hear from you. So as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. Have yourself an awesome day. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in you.